I often wonder in information security, is it to scare people and be scared also, no, right? At times. We do that. Internally also we do that, scare people and also be scared about things. Um, so, thank you for all of you joining the webinar. I'm from Shopperstop. I'm working for Shopperstop for quite some time now. Shopperstop is a departmental store chain. Primarily, we are spread across 36 cities in India. We operate in different retail formats. Some of the brands you may be aware: Shopperstop, HomeStop, Hypercity, Crossword. We also operate in airports. Some of the airports we do operate. We also have a cosmetic association with the Estee Lauder group. So some of the cosmetic brands like MAC, Clinic, we operate in India. We also have a presence online, shopperstar.com, though it is not very aggressively active at this point. The reason behind that is the prevailing market conditions. But slowly we are building our online presence, but it is not a marketplace or very aggressive discounting based approach. Whereas most of the players out there is a discounting based approach or get customers through discounting. So our approach has been to provide experience for our customers. Around 70% of our sales come from our first citizens, which is our registered loyal customers. So our objective has been to target them and provide them a seamless experience through omni-channel platform. So, which means that wherever you go, whether it is Shopperstop, Hypercity, Crossword, when there is one single customer identity, we have complete visibility of inventory, order history. We can sell through multiple channels such as mobile, web, TV, kiosk, stores, multiple payment options. Anything can be sold anywhere. So that's been our objective for the last 2 years, and slowly we are building the ecosystem for omni-channel journey. So when we talk about omni-channel, if some of you may not be aware about the term, it means that combining the experience of offline and online for convenience, such as you can order online, pick up in a store, or we can assist customers shopping in the store. If there is a product not available in the store, it can be sent through our online platform. You can buy online and exchange in store, or we can ship the product immediately, quickly, faster than the online guys, since some of our stores may be near the customer places. Or we can also offer international delivery programs. Some of these things are part of our omni-channel platform and plans we have. Some of these things we already have, and some of the things are in progress at this point. If you look at Shopperstop, we are building the omnichannel platform for our internal and external brands and business units. And also for most of the brick and mortar retailers, the online infrastructure has been a challenge because the existing systems they had was all about traditional retailing, and were not ready for retail integration, real-time inventory, agile development, those kind of things. So we had to change our approach completely to move to an agile-based development approach, which means we have continuous releases. Every 2 weeks there is a release. It's good for the business, it's good for the development team, but it puts a lot of stress on the security teams because you really don't have time to test it, and trash out all the vulnerabilities and then release. So the whole process has to be integrated along with the development process, and within the development cycle itself, you have to consider your security assessments, mitigations, and combine with the release cycle. So we don't typically get 2 week, 3 week window for testing and then release. So at this point, if you look at a lot of our effort is towards information security and securing the apps. One of the key reason behind that is we have over 5 million registered active regular customers who come to our store, and the data related to them is very critical to us. We focus a lot on information security. As a company, we are PCDSS certified. We are also moving towards certifying our online infrastructure on PCDSS. So if you look at some of the threats we face is that we see a lot of bots coming to gather information. There are good bots and bad bots. Good bots are welcome, but bad bots create havoc on the site, they slow down the site, take information unnecessarily, and it becomes a nightmare to manage. And whereas other things are like people or target on payment pages. Sometimes also you see that people try to hijack the entire site or specific things like order management systems. The moment you hijack it, there is a ransom situation. To go through that is a painful experience. If you look at our online store, we've been working on it for the last 2 years. It is 2 years back we were hosting it on premise, our own servers, everything right from WAF to firewalls to servers, the virtualization platform, everything. Last 16 months we are now on AWS. The reason behind moving to AWS specifically was to create a very agile infrastructure. So something like we can create VMs or acquire services quickly, much more granular controls. We no longer have to struggle to get services. For example, we want to get a CDN, we want to get a caching service, or we want to get a WAF, or we want to get a something like a file integrity monitor. Everything is available there as a service in the marketplace. So no longer we have to struggle to evaluate things and install it, run it. So AWS gives that ability to quickly get those applications and services and then start using immediately. Also, what happens in an online infrastructure is that you have constant requests coming from the developers to create and dismantle infrastructure. As we speak, there is an upgrade process going on for the platform. So they wanted, they were going through this testing and UAT cycle, and they wanted a different infrastructure to test it because the existing one was not able to meet the production, existing production and renew. So those requests come quickly. You don't have time to execute in a physical world. So in AWS, we're able to do in a matter of minutes. In 30 minutes flat, we're able to give them that infrastructure, including all associated services such as you have load balancers, WAF, and everything protected. So those kind of agility we are getting from AWS. So right from the beginning, we're using WAF from Indusface. So we have both WAF and continuous scanning services. It really helps to combine these two because since we have a very shorter cycle for release, it is important to scan the infrastructure, and then whatever vulnerabilities you detect, you can protect through WAF automatically or manually. So, which is a great advantage because sometimes you don't have really time to fix these issues. So, if you have a mitigation step and you know that okay, I have some time to provide the developers to issue a patch. Um, in this approach, what happens is we have a complete visibility that what all vulnerabilities exist, how the WAF is protecting, creation of custom rules in case something we can't fix it. So overall, this combined approach, along with monitoring, continuous monitoring by the Indusface, it's a good platform that way. Um, yeah. Otherwise, what happens is you install a WAF locally, you will struggle to create the rules, manage them, and also to monitor them. You have to integrate with the SIM. Um, and the guys who manage the SIM typically not all of them understand an online business and attack of online attacks, and there's a huge differentiation between layer 7 and other type of attacks. So traditional SIM approaches are all towards network based, and so for us to even train them and then focus on online threats, it's a problem. So this approach of that managed WAF is also a great advantage for us in that. Um, as I spoke, we face a lot of uh, right from bots to DOS attacks on our site, and Indusface been there with us right from the beginning. We handle both the WAF part and application assessment. As we speak, we are working towards getting the infrastructure certified for PCA